Hi guys, today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are in Hudson Yards with Ori, and we're going to take a look at this apartment and this tiny space. It's 250 square feet, and we are going to see how they designed it. We're with Asier, and I have so many questions. So first, tell us a little bit about the company.
First of all, hi Talia, nice to have you here.
Yes, thank you, I'm so excited.
Great. So I'm the founder and CEO of Ori.
Okay.
And what we do at Ori is we basically bring robotics. We use robotics to make spaces feel bigger than they actually are.
Yes.
As you know, cities like New York, spaces are becoming smaller and they're becoming more expensive. So how can we use these new technologies to make people feel like they're living in a much bigger space?
Yes, I can already tell, like walking in and seeing this is 250 square feet.
Yeah.
But it feels so much bigger.
And that's the whole point. You know, we want to prove to people that they don't need as much space as they think they need. So we created different solutions in this space to basically multiply space.
So how does this work? What is this?
So this is called Leori Cloud Bed. Okay. The idea is that when you think about small spaces, the biggest space killer of all is the bed.
Of course.
Now, I'm sure you are familiar with those old, Murphy beds and foldable beds. Those were invented 100 years ago.
Yes.
So what we realized is that we needed a solution for the 21st century. At the press of a button, and that is the idea, if you just go to the Ori logo, you'll see how it lights up. And then you'll see a bed icon.
Nice, and then I just press it?
Just go ahead.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Wow.
So this is a queen size bed.
Okay.
Dropping from the ceiling.
So is there a motion sensor if it comes down?
So the way it works, it's pressure sensitive. So you put with 2 fingers, you'll be able to stop it and it will just retract.
Wow. And so everything, the couch, the desk can stay where it is.
So we wanted to make sure there were 2 very clear functionalities. So you could have an amazing bedroom and at the press of a button, an amazing kind of living room.
Wow.
And you will notice how the back of the couch becomes the headboard.
That's amazing.
The armrests become the side tables, and the coffee table, you don't even need to clear it out.
This is so cool. And I like, where did you get the idea for this design? Like, I love that when it's up, it just looks like a very cool looking ceiling, like it's art.
That was so critical part of the design, which was we wanted to make sure that when the bed is up, it doesn't feel like you have a bed hanging above your head.
Right, right.
You want it to feel like a drop ceiling. But the whole idea is that we wanted to make sure that when people come in, they don't even see your bed.
Right.
Which is one of the biggest problems in the small space living.
Right.
Like your studio apartment feels like your bedroom. You want to have some friends over, people are sitting on your bed, it doesn't feel great.
It's very awkward.
So what if we could make it disappear? And my favorite part, you don't have to make your bed.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say, so you can keep the sheets on, the pillows, everything.
Exactly. This
it
could
just
be a
goes
mess.
up. Right.
I have one of these at home and I can tell you I never make the bed as
on.
tiny as it is here. And at the press of a button, your phone, or even you can use Alexa type devices.
Oh wow, so you can use Alexa to get it to go up.
Exactly. Do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Alexa, ask Ori to move the bed up.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so you have the bed, and so is there a closet? Is this like the closet or?
So that's the next surprise in this apartment.
Okay.
What you see here right now, it's a library space. You even have like an office
very
nook.
Nice.
A lot of working from home these days.
Very creative.
And then what we learned through our research at MIT is that people love walk-in closets in this country. I'm sure.
We do.
Exactly.
Yes, we do.
Everybody remembers, Carrie Bradshaw's, walk-in closet.
Gosh, of course.
In Sex and the City.
Absolutely.
But the problem in small spaces like this is that there's no space for a walk-in closet like that. But what if you could create the walk-in closet when you need it and make it disappear when you don't need it? So that's what we're gonna see.
Yay!
So another Ori square, which
button.
is where the magic happens.
Yes.
And same idea, the press of a button.
No way.
This is, Carrie Bradshaw's walk-in closet.
This is amazing.
I mean, think about it for a second. Like a space like a walk-in closet like this is great for those 20, 30 minutes of use a day. maybe
For
less.
sure, yeah.
But for the rest of the day, it's just lost space.
Right, yeah,
So
you're
what if
not
you could
really...
Exactly. What if you could recover that space for the living area?
Right, yeah, because you're not in the closet that much.
Exactly.
Have you seen an increase in demand with COVID and people working from home and people, wanting to maximize their space? Because I've never seen anything like this, and I'm like, I want to tell everyone about it. Has this...
Absolutely. I mean, these ideas were years in the making because the idea of mass urbanization and people moving to cities is actually a trend that has been going for many years. But what happened with the pandemic is that homes started to become so much more than they were. From being a place where we sleep and maybe relax to being your gym, being your kindergarten, being your office. So homes need to be so much more than they were. And that's when we want to bring technology to empower people to live large in a smaller footprint.
How does it move? How do you install it? It's amazing.
Yeah. So we wanted to make them as disentangled as we could from the apartment because we want to go into existing buildings too.
Right.
So for example, systems like this pocket closet, which is the name of this product, they have a track that you see on the wall.
Wow, I see it. It's barely noticeable.
Exactly. Think about it as an appliance. You just plug it in.
Right.
Even when you think of things like consumption, like the consumption of one of these things when it moves, it's about 100 watts, which is 10 times less than a hairdryer, Wow. So this is the kind of scalability that we want to bring to all these solutions.
And so it's just one track for this
there you go.
Massive walk-in closet.
There you go.
That's so amazing. And then, so for the bed, how is that hanging there and amazing, a cloud in the sky like that?
So the funny thing about the bed is that it's actually not hanging from the ceiling, it's attached to the wall.
Got it.
And we use drywall anchors, the same drywall anchors that you use to hang like a shelf, like one of those shelves for books. That's it. That's how we design it, so that you just mount it to the wall, and then you just have the bed dropping from the ceiling.
Very cool. So you have all of these great pieces, and with the increased demand and people working from home, do you have something that's sort of like a desk space, an office area? I see your face.
I think you know the answer.
I do. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, so I mean, the same way we have a pocket closet, we also have a pocket office.
Yes.
Press of a button. And then this is
your
new...
This is so great.
Your new home office.
Wow. And the chairs there too?
Exactly. We wanted people to have this office away from the office.
Wow.
So you have basically your beautiful Zoom background.
Yes, yeah, that's a great Zoom background.
Exactly. A space for your monitors. You can also, pull out a bigger table with power. And this really feels like a space to, concentrate.
Right.
And even better, a space where, when you're done with work, you can basically make it disappear.
Tiny spaces are so popular. They're trending everywhere, and people want to downsize. They want to live in these cities.
What we have seen with tiny spaces and smaller spaces in general is that there is a big limitation. And the big limitation is that we're still using 100-year-old technologies. Things like, foldable beds and pull-out couches, which are great for occasional use. But the moment you ask people to transform their space every single morning, every single evening to make the space work, it becomes a hassle. It becomes a pain point. So what if transformation could be effortless? What if you could transform a space 3-4 times a day instead of 3-4 times a month?
Right.
And that's where we bring these technologies, to make these spaces be more. We know smaller spaces are coming, whether some people like them or not, because there's more people moving to cities. That's what it is. What if we could make those smaller spaces feel much bigger?
Right. Who are you seeing come in who are interested in purchasing these pieces and using them in these tiny spaces?
So right now we are in hundreds of apartments across the country.
Wow, that's amazing.
We work with real estate developers, so a lot of rental buildings where the developers basically buy the products from us. And then you as a tenant, you just rent the apartment with the technologies embedded.
Wow, that's cool. I would love to live in an apartment like this.
Exactly. So I mean, you can see, from student housing projects in places like Buffalo or Boise, all the way to more like luxury rentals in New York and San Francisco. There's like the whole spectrum of spaces. It's not only studios either. Like you can see 1 bedrooms, 2 bedroom apartments. At the end of the day, the way we like to see it is that every urban space is too valuable to be static and not responsive. So we're trying to bring that intelligence into those spaces.
So my one concern would be if this bed is going down, like does it ever fall, or Is that something that is a concern for people?
I mean, we take safety very seriously, of course.
Right.
So all these products that you see are like UL safety certified, the same way your appliances are, or your fridge or your microwave. People ask us a lot, like, oh, what happens if it moves? So I'm gonna demo it to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop it down, and then we call it the 2-finger rule, which is like literally with 2 fingers, you can stop it.
Wow, that's so great.
And then we track back.
And like, what happens if the power goes out? Like, your bed's up there, you want to use your desk. What happens?
That's another very popular question that we get, and of course we thought about it. So the interesting thing is that when the power goes out in all of these systems, they become manual. At the end of the day, large and small is relative. What we are doing is we are multiplying the space. We want to make it feel bigger.
That is so great. Thank you so much for having me. This is amazing. I can't wait to tell my clients and my friends because I've never seen anything like it. It's so smart. It's so creative. Let us know in the comment section what your favorite part of this apartment was, and be sure to check in the description for more information on Ori. I'm Talia McKinney with Tiny Spaces. Thanks for watching.